Hey, what's up, good people? This is your boy Jabril, and here we are on the first episode of The Replay. The Replay. We are in the house finally, man. I'm looking forward to getting with my man sitting next to me. I got my main man, Jeff Booker, the baddest barber man in town. What up, Jeff?
What's up, baby? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, man, we're gonna do this thing, man. Look, if it looks different, it is different. We're gonna have a great time up here, man. We at 3250 West Pleasant Run, Suite 235. So this is what we've been talking about. We want to change the format a little bit on The Replay. This is a sports talk show. We're gonna be talking about community things, what's going on in the community with our young people, man, young athletes, those 4-star, 5-star rated players, man, amateur sports, even the NFL. We're going to get down with some of that. So I'm looking forward to this show like this. But what we want to talk about today, man, is that crazy game that happened this past weekend with the Colorado Buffaloes versus the TCU Horned Frogs and our guy, Deion Primetime Sanders, man. What you think about it, man?
Say, man, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Boy, a lot of people they didn't think Prime had it. But Prime came in here, man, and showed everybody that he can do it.
He did his thing.
Yeah, he did his thing.
He did his thing.
Hey, he come all the way from Little League to JV to high school and now college, man. So he's showing his thing, man.
Man, I don't know about you, but I was sitting there, right, Book, and it was on my mind. The game was on my mind, but I got, things to do. I'm out moving around, and in the back of my mind, I'm saying, as long as they keep it competitive. I wanted them to keep it competitively. And then, lo and behold, I had to catch the highlights. I go to YouTube and say, man, I'm looking at Colorado's offense. They offense, man. What did you think about the game, man? All the hype going into it.
Hey, man, really, I thought that the offense played well. I thought the offense was, man, phenomenal. The quarterback, man, he's very accurate. The boy, he showed that he's very accurate. And they got a lot of skill positions, man. They got a lot of skill positions. They got a lot of speed on offense.
Yeah.
And, I just think, he got to work on the defense a little bit. He got to be able to stop some people. But, he going to get there. He going to get there. First game.
I believe that. He's going to get there. This kid, man, they was talking about, I don't know if you're familiar with him, Edwards, the running back, number 3. If you
say, that boy, he played in the league for Deion.
That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying.
So, that kid, man, I never seen him play. I done heard a lot about him, but yesterday was the first time I seen the kid play.
Oh.
Everybody they always talking in the barbershop, man, that kid a big playmaker. They was talking about him last week. But I had never seen him play. But
so that was your first time seeing him play
also? That was
also.
my first time see the kid play.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. When they set him up for that screen pass, man, and he started darting this way and realized his blockers. He was finna outrun his blockers, and he set his blockers up, man, and then he broke through, man, and went down the field. Man, I said, man, this kid is something else, man. How did I miss this kid?
Say, man.
And I know you be out there with those kids, man. So,
that kid, that kid, he's amazing, man.
Hey, man, Deion got him coming in, man. But I'm going to tell you something about that entire game. I was looking, right? I was so happy to see Shedeur Sanders, man. Yeah. Go in and do his thing. And here's the reason why. They've had a lot of naysayers, the way he played the game on the HBCU level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then they said he couldn't do it in a Power 5.
Right.
On that next level, right? For that kid to go in there, man, and I'm telling you, can see he studied film.
Well, from what I'm seeing, I'm thinking he broke Colorado records yesterday.
Yeah, he did. He broke the single. He had a single passing record. Yeah, man, threw for 510 yards. You got 510 yards after the gate.
Out the gate.
And look, they talking to him at the press conference, and it was like he wanted to say so bad. I can just kind of tell, but he kept it. He kept his diplomacy.
Right.
But he wanted to say so bad. This was easy work.
It was.
This was easy work.
He made it look so easy, Jabril, man.
Yeah.
He was that boy. He was standing in the pocket, and them linemen got to get off his line.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they thought they was going to perform.
Them boys performed.
They sure did, man.
He was very accurate, man. That you could tell that boy done put in the work because I seen that boy at Trinity play, and he just didn't have the line and the receivers in high school.
Okay.
He took a little beating in high school to some of them big teams, But with an offensive lineman, somebody for him to play with
Right.
Say, man, that kid, he got a bright future, man.
Say, man,
he got a bright future.
They showed. I was watching my guy Ocho, not Ocho Cinco, but Ocho the player that was on the other show. But what he dissected was 2 plays that TCU ran and Colorado ran, because they said they had similar offense.
Right, they did.
They said, but the TCU defense, and you can tell this was coaching. One was on the interception that Travis Hunter. We're gonna talk about him for a second, because Travis, man, that dude. But look, we're gonna talk about him in a second.
Right.
But for him to make that play, look here. TCU defense, Colorado offense ran the exact same play. Only they ran it from a different opposite side.
They did.
And they showed how Shadua came off and hit the back out the backfield, and the corner got caught trapped on the inside because his eyes weren't on where they need to be.
That's right.
The boy coached up Travis Hunter the way he was coached up and made that kind of play. Right. You see that, man?
Yeah, he was awesome. But Deion, them I coached them boys, man.
He did, man.
Deion got that coaching staff ready too now.
I do believe that. I think he has one of the best coaching staffs in the country, man. I really do.
He do.
And not only just having one of the best coaches in the country, coaching staffs in the country, to see that, you know, some of those players you coached against them when they was younger in Little League.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Being from this area and so forth and so on. So when you take all that into consideration, take that into account, I think you're going to have those type of results.
Right.
And you're going to have many, many more of those results, I think, in the future. Because, like I say, that's just the first game. You go on the road and knock off TCU was ranked number 17 in the country?
Hey, man. I had the opportunity to coach with Deion. I regret it.
Wow.
He gave me the truth shirt. He invited me in, the family, man, but, you know, I have to have my own organization, man. Right. It was kind of hard, but what I hated, man, because Deion, he gave me the opportunity, because he was saying a lot of those coaches that you know, he had the truth. If they knew their business, once he was, you know, went to high school and where he at now, he was gonna take them with him. And he did that.
He did.
Especially the one that had the knowledge.
Right.
The one that knew the game, that understood the game. Right. And I had that opportunity. I passed it up. I'm sorry, Deion, but that's my fault. That's my fault. But
hey, man, but listen, but you know what though, man? It's enough to go around. I always say we ain't got to go in the same gate.
That's
you got a lot of young people, man, because I know the tremendous work that you're doing and have been doing for quite some time. You've been out there grinding in that little league over in the suburbs, you know. And we pretty much, you know, I was back there back in the 90s coming up through.
Right.
So I had a bird's eye view to see what y'all been doing over in DeSoto. Yo, we're going to get a shout out. We're going to get to that in a minute. DeSoto Nitro. DeSoto Nitro. Yeah, he was part of that. They just went up there and dominated that whole track scene. What was that, an hour?
Des Moines Hour.
Des Moines Hour, man. They just dominated. And for y'all who don't know, that's where the fastest woman in the world, Miss Shakara Richardson, is from DeSoto Nitro. Yes, indeed. One of the coaches, her and my guy Byron. So
her name's Shakari. No,
it's Shakari.
It's Shakari.
Oh, I better get that right then.
She'll get you in me.
Yeah, man. She definitely did her thing also, man. But but back to Deion Sanders, man, and Colorado Buffaloes. I think they, you know, like I say, remarkable coaching, man. They was definitely prepared to go in on the road to TCU at Amon Stadium, man, and take care of business, man. And you can't say anything bad about them. They only had 6 penalties. Was you aware of that?
No, I wasn't.
Man, they had 6 penalties the entire game.
Because I still hadn't watched the whole game.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I was at College Station.
Right. We're going to get to that in a minute, too.
So I got to go back and watch the whole game, man. But the first half, I got to finish the second half. The first half, man, it was just.
Go back and watch it, man, because I'm like, you know, like yourself, I've when I turned on, like I say, the TV, man, and saw the highlights, man, and how these kids played, man, and how you know, again, Shadua Sanders, man, he was poised in the pocket. Man, they never lost. I mean, the resiliency that they showed, man. Yes. I mean, every time TCU, to come back, to take the lead.
That's right.
And not get down, to come back and say, okay, y'all score, we're going to match that. You know what I mean? For them kids to do that and show that kind of poise in the first game. With about, 15 transfers to come in? Come on.
They had like 80 new guys, and they only been there, 3 or 4 months.
Man.
Come on, man. That's a lot of coaching, man.
And
then for a lot of these kids ain't never played together. You got some he brought from Jackson State.
Right.
But a lot of these kids, man, the ones that he had that was there.
Right.
Man, you know, he done went in there, man, and brought this unit together, man. You know, Deion, he's good at that, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, going in there and building it up. You know, I mean, he showed it at Jackson State.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, and I say this too about Prime. One of the things I think he does so well in instilling this belief in these kids, he has wonderful catchphrases.
Right, he does.
Like when he first got there, he's talking like, you know, we're coming, you know, we're coming. Right. You know, we're here. Do you believe? Do you believe?
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
That's right.
And man, he had those kids, man. It's incredible, man. Incredible, man. I can't say enough, but you know, we're gonna take a quick little break right quick, and we come back, man. We're gonna get into some of this. I know you went to another game this weekend.
Yeah.
We went to another game this week. We're gonna talk about that when we come back in a second.
Okay.
I'll see y'all.
After a basketball game, a black teenage boy, Brandon, reads his texts in his family group chat. Auntie Flo, congrats on the big win. Mom, that's my baby. Brandon replies, thanks y'all. In a park, his sister Maya texts, where are we celebrating? Dad replies, home. Mom texts, I got dinner going. Auntie Flo replies, ooh, I can't wait. Then receives a FEMA flood watch text alert. She texts the family, anyone see that weather alert? We need a plan to stay safe, especially after last year. Ready has a list of resources at ready.gov/plan. In his workshop, Dad sends a photo of emergency supplies and texts, looks like we need flashlights and batteries. Leaving a store with a shopping bag, Brandon replies, I got us covered. Mom texts, I'll check in with Grandma and Papa. Maya texts, thanks Auntie, feeling good about this plan.
I got some batteries and 2 flashlights.
So Chad, feel like you get taller every time I see you.
Stay connected.
Congratulations, Brandon.
I know my gun should be stored locked and unloaded. But what good is a gun if it's not prepared for use? So instead, I'm prepared for misuse. I'm prepared to stop arterial bleeding in 3 minutes. Less for kids, they bleed out faster. My son just shot himself. Hurry. Access to firearms triples your risk of death by suicide. But that's not the only way to misuse a gun.
I think I heard Mama.
Misuse can happen when you least expect. So being prepared means knowing the difference between CPR for adults and kids. Unintentional shootings happen every day.
There's been another deadly shooting in the local elementary
So that sense of safety my guns bring me
school. The gun you acquired from the family member's home.
can shatter in an instant.
In the developing story, and we'll bring you more updates as they happen.
Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
Welcome back to the replay.
Replay.
Yeah, we here again, man. You know, we left out talking about them Colorado Buffaloes, man. But we're going to talk about something that's a little bit closer to home. You know, last night they had the Florida State LSU game. Of course, that margin, man, of defeat for LSU, I don't think anybody was expecting that, especially with a young team like Florida State.
I sure wasn't expecting.
You wasn't expecting
not us being in my conference, SEC. I'm looking for the SEC to win all the time, man. But
yeah, man.
Florida came in there and did
Florida
their
State
thing.
came down there and did their thing, man. And then we had our young guys that we've been watching since they was like babies, man. At Texas, you know, playing Rice, Malik Muhammad, those boys, man.
Got Murph.
They did their thing. But yeah, Murph.
Big Murph.
Big
And
Murph.
you got Jonte Cooks.
Yeah, Jonte Cook. Shout out to your boy Jonte Cook.
Yeah.
And I know his grandmother, Miss Brother King, man. That's a
Sweet
grandmother.
lady.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I know somewhere you went that hits a little bit closer to home. Now I'm gonna ask you this question because I'm trying to see what these boys gonna do this year.
Talk to me.
But you was down there. You was down there this past weekend. We're gonna talk about them Texas A&M Aggies.
Gig 'em.
And yeah, you know you got that. You got your nephew down there, man, and Shamar Turner on that defensive end, man. So what happened, Book? I mean, they played the Mexico Lobos. Was it Lobos?
Yeah, Lobos.
Mexico Lobos.
Mexico
Yeah.
Lobos. Man, we came out. You know, we actually started off with defense first. Defense came out. They drove the ball down. You know, across the 50-yard line on us the first little drive, but we held up. But man, actually, man, I done seen those kids grow. We've been there 3 years, man. And the first year, you know, we had a decent season. last year was kind of real bad season for us. We had about 27 freshmen that we played, man, last year.
Wow.
27 freshmen. We actually had a high school team. But I seen these kids. I seen these kids go from. We had a lot of guys that there last year was all about them. The locker. When you got a locker room like that, man, it's kind of hard to win. I don't care if you got 4. I don't care how many 5 stars you have. But I noticed those guys, man, coming into the spring this year, man. How the camaraderie, how the guys came together, how they wanted to win, and how a lot of the kids that played last year, a lot of the freshmen. How they bought into the system and how, the leaders, man. And so, man, this week it really showed that the work that these guys done put in, man, and that they want to win. Like I was telling people, about me being a team barber, me being in the locker room, like I've been, being able to be around and see what's going on, man. It's to see how those kids is coming together and playing together. And our defense, the defense that we got going against the offense, that we have, and everybody just to build everybody up, man. And we did what we supposed to did this weekend. We went out and beat New Mexico 52-10, like we supposed to. Like I said, we started out kind of slow, man. But Connor Winter, the freshman quarterback, oh my God, the guy,
he's like that book,
man.
I gotta watch him. You say he like that,
man.
Man.
He bad. And when Hines King was there. I just knew. I said, man, the freshman. I'm watching practice. I said, man, the freshman really better.
Right.
But he's a freshman. King, the big guy. He got to wait his turn. But when that kid got the opportunity, man, that's how we was kind of hurting. Last year, had a lot of injuries, a lot of people hurt. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the older guys hurt, and then we just couldn't get that quarterback room right. It's right now, man.
They settled with the quarterback.
Man, we settled.
So let me ask you this question, though. Let me ask you this question. You said you got 27. They had 27 freshmen last year.
That played.
So a lot of those kids they done kind of grew up now.
They done grew up.
So based on where they're, because sometimes I forget. I don't know if they're in the South or for the SEC or.
I think we're the West.
In the West side.
We're the West.
I'm just wondering, like Jimbo Fisher, do you think he have this year what it takes to at least, if he's not playing, let's say for the SEC championship, I mean he's right there.
We got what it takes, man. The coaching staff, it just the people that he brought in, Bobby Petrino on the offense, on the offensive side.
Shout out to Bobby Petrino.
We got Durkin, the defensive coordinator, man. Hey man, he done brought in some guys that's been head coaches, man. And these guys, they know what they doing, man, and they got these guys, playing. And the defensive coordinator, like I said, the last year, the defense, it was the first year put in. So a lot of these kids, they played in the defense last year, so they playing a lot faster now. They're not second guessing. They know the defense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had a guy told me yesterday, man, like your nephew faster. Well, he playing faster because he know the defense now. He's not second guessing.
Yeah,
and that makes it different. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it makes like a gamut of difference.
That's right.
Yeah, I know exactly
when you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So with them having all those guys, man, and with the 5 stars, you got Walter Nolan, man, you got McKinley Jackson, you got Fadil Diggs, man, you got. I can name some lot, man, and the D line room is deep. So it makes it good for the linebacker secondary. You got Michael Cooper. I'm telling you, we got.
They stacked.
So long as we stay healthy this year, Jabril, man, and offense stay healthy, man, the sky's the limit for it, man. The sky's the limit.
So having said that, let's talk about nephew right quick, Shamar Turner, man. How do you think he performed this past week?
I think Shamar performed at a high perform this year, man. This past week, he had the energy. You can see the energy. Last year, on backside plays, he was loafing. The leg was weak in some games. I seen where, he was fatigued. You know what I'm saying? See, like he's a lot more focused this year. He done bought into who he is and what he means to A&M. Yeah. And I can see it in this game, man. He didn't take a play off. Every play was like the first play.
Right.
And and to lead, to be a leader, to lead by example, you have to lead and you have to show. And so I seen the leadership and I seen the determined to want to win in him this weekend. But the only thing, he just got to You know,
Right.
I told him he had a good game, but he got to learn how to. It's cool, you know. He had guys late hitting you and everything. Kind of got in his head. You know, they took him out the field to play before that because he got to control his temperament.
Yeah, the temperament,
you know, just keep it all about football.
Yeah, well, see, and he had some tragedy. You know, he had some adversity he had to go through.
Right.
We understand what that is, losing his brother and so forth. But he's playing with a purpose now.
He's playing with a purpose.
A lot more focus, and I know you had him out there, man, training with Michael Parsons, man, and Von Miller, and listening to those guys, man. So when you getting those type of guys coming through, man, and training with those guys and listening to what they have to say, man, it's going to do one or two things. It's going to either excel you or it's going to decel you.
That's right.
So I think, he has the size, he has the right outlook now, man. I think the sky's the limit for him, and I'm, wishing and praying that he maximizes his full potential, man.
That's right.
I think A&M, they do have a lot of players, man, in certain positions, man. I think they can make a run at this thing, man.
They can.
I got to go back and look at them too. I didn't get a chance to watch them, like I said.
Go back and check it out, man.
Yeah, I got to go back and check that out because I know you be on it.
Yeah,
I know you be on it, man.
That's my team, man. I bleed the maroon and white, man. And but like I said, man, with Shamar, like with Von Miller and all those guys, they have helped them a lot. It's trainer Brandon Tucker. Brandon Tucker been training him since he was a freshman. He got a facility out there in where's Brandon Tucker? It's out in North Dallas.
North
Dallas.
Okay.
Trench warfare. Trench warfare.
Okay.
That's just his
He's training with some heavy hitters.
Oh yeah, man. Tuck, he trained a lot of guys, man. NFL guys, college guys, high school guys. He got into the high school guys, man. For people like me during that time that couldn't afford guys like him. He made it affordable for us, man. So, he really
great.
He really, was a big turnaround for Shamar at his position, man. So I thank God for that guy for coming into our life, man. When I met him with Shamar was a freshman, so. With him and then with Von exposing him like Von has been exposing him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Von
That's
has
alumni,
really exposed.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's alumni. He's giving back. Plus, he went to DeSoto just like Von went to DeSoto High School. Shout out to them DeSoto Eagles, man. But, for him to be in a situation like that, like we said, and then get that type of training.
That's
and then where they scale that price down with some of these kids who may not have that same opportunity, unfortunately, like other kids may have.
That's right.
Man, that's a big thing, man. So we need more and more individuals like that. Because I know I ran into my guy, man, Big Mike, man. This is the father of Tayshawn Gibson.
Okay.
Mike Gibson, man. I ran into him probably about 3 weeks ago. And I'm thinking I'm out of sight, out of mind, because I hadn't seen him, man. Since, when he left Kimball High School, but now here he is starting like going on 13, 14 year in the NFL,
man,
and starting at free safety with the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers. So I run into him, man, and I heard somebody whisper, call my name, Coach Shard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
don't that make you feel good?
Oh,
Coach?
man, and then to hear him say what his boys, because it's like it was a lot of them Gibson boys.
That's right.
So to hear them talk about now, man, he said when we talking about old time, he said I always bring up Coach Rashad because I put him at free safety.
Right.
So you see these kids' talents, man.
That's right.
You don't know the impact that you could be making
on these,
and you definitely don't see it in his very beginning stage or how far it can go, man. So it's a beautiful thing when you see guys like us, man, back in the community and so forth, man, helping these kids out and so forth and letting them live out their dreams.
That's
so yeah, man. So we're gonna take another little quick pause for the cause, man. We come back, man. We're gonna get into the NFL, man. The NFL
and Cowboys.
No doubt about it.
Right.
You don't have to wear your PT gear anymore, right?
It's comfortable.
So how's civilian life treating you?
It's fine.
When I got out, I didn't want to admit that there was anything wrong because I felt like a failure. And then I realized, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So I started talking to someone. Maybe you are fine, but if you're not, it's okay.
Thank you.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
A man looks at his tablet.
Most hiring algorithms would scream me out.
A woman walks through a parking garage.
Some bosses couldn't see me as a leader.
A man types on a computer.
I've run this place for 20 years,
but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
The paper ceiling, noun, the invisible barrier that comes at every turn for workers without a bachelor's degree. A beautiful man.
I've been running code as long as I've been able to reach a keyboard.
This is what I do. It's second nature for me, coordinating 100 details at once.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
I sold them on my skills.
You gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
My magic is
analytics and empathy. That's how I'm getting clients. You have to have the confidence in yourself to show up and defy the odds.
I am more than who I am on paper.
Skill through alternative routes instead of a bachelor's degree. A woman looks
I never
out
got a
the
college
sky
degree.
at night.
And today, I'm the CEO of my own company. People want to tell me I'm one in a million, when actually I'm one of millions. Stars are all around us. It's time for them to shine.
ThePaperCeiling.org. Join us in tearing the paper ceiling.
Put a frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, and that frog will boil. As veterans, we can tell ourselves the lie that it's easier to stay in that boiling water, to disconnect. But you've never been interested in easy. You are not a frog.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
And we back on the replay.
Replay.
So check this out, man. When we left off, now we talking about them A&Ms, Texas A&M Aggies, man, and now we got to take this thing up a little bit.
Let's take it up.
Got to take it up a little bit.
Must be talking about D-Town.
We got look here, man. We got to talk about these boys, man.
Excuse me.
We got to talk about the Cowboys. Yes, America's team. Known by many, hated by few, and all that talk to.
That's
but
my
the Dallas
team.
Cowboys, man.
I love
the
them.
Dallas Cowboys. We saw the last preseason game. Some of the rookies that's been kind of shining in preseason. I want to get your take on the Dallas Cowboys, man. The upcoming season. What you think?
Excuse me, Jabril. You know me. I'm known for going live on Sunday after the Cowboy game.
Yeah.
I really think, man, this is our year, you know, and I am one of the ones, and I say it every year. We going to this, we going to this, we going to the Super Bowl, we going to do this. I'm one of the main ones to do it every year. But I really see it this year. I see the team, you know, because, you know, I kind of was in the locker room a little bit last year with, you know, cutting all this. You know, he was kind of giving me details of what. Right. And I think the love for the winning, for the team is in the locker room. That coach is in the locker room now. Yeah. You know, I see, you know, with them at practice, I see them fighting, and they serious now, man. They want to win. We got those young guys that came in. They want to win, like Michael Parsons. They set their tone. They want to win, man. It's there. And I think that got big shoes to fill this year, man. Right. He got big shoes to fill, and as long as they let Dak be Dak. And I think he can do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. For us, you know, the game plan and the play calling and you know, certain plays and certain situations. Man, I think, you know, we had the team last year, man. You know what I'm saying? We had the squad last year, man. Yeah. It's just that, you know, we just play calling and just certain, just because, you know, like all those picks last year wasn't Dak's fault, man. No, some of them tip balls and received and finished his route. Yeah. So long as we get 100% out of everybody this year, man, we got everything we need, man. We got the offensive line, we got running backs, we got receivers. Dak a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take nothing for Dak. No, I think he was still hurt a little bit last year. You know, still trying to, you know, get back. But I think that, you know, with what we got, Jabril, man, you know, the sky's the limit for us. As long as we stay healthy, man, and we go out there and keep a winning attitude, I see us playing in the NFC Championship this year. And I'm serious. I'm not just saying it because I'm a fan. I'm saying it for the talent that we got. And I think that the coach and Dak is got a lot of pressure on him. And they got to come forward this year.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. We talked about we kind of touched on it earlier while we was talking about the on the college level with Texas A&M how you know the players are. They're more reacting and they're not overthinking the game.
That's right.
One of the things that stands out with me, having gone through that process,
right? When
you get a first-time defensive coordinator, you're trying to learn his system like Dan Quinn.
That's right.
This is one of the things I continue to say, and I'll continue to say it for the next 17 weeks or better. Dallas defense is going to be biting.
They finna be buying.
Because I remember playing in a system for 3 years at the University of Texas El Paso.
Okay.
Our defensive coordinator at the time, Coach Church. And when we started out, you know, you're still trying to figure out, you know, the scheme.
That's right. That's
and
right.
like you said, you're more thinking about it and then reacting.
Then reacting, right.
You know?
Correct.
Once you play in a system, man, that first year, and then that second year,
right.
Now that third year, and you hear the Dallas Cowboy players are saying that we haven't lost nobody. We really gaining.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You go out there and you get
right.
a Stephon Gilmore.
Right. Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? What's going to show up that left side on that corner.
That's right.
You can't beat that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Then you get the middle, you plug the middle in with that ball from Michigan.
Yeah, Margie Smith.
That's right.
You see? And having played in a system, that's the reason why I know now they just going to be reacting. They've led the past 2 years, we've led the league in turnovers.
That's right.
In takeaways.
That's right.
All right? And so imagine leading the league the last 2 years in turnover takeaways, and now you in a system where you can just play. And you count on your next man. You count on the next man. That's your brother. This is the language that we're hearing now.
That's right.
I just really believe, and I do concur with you, this have to be the year. Because if not now, when?
When?
And yes,
right.
you know, they've been asking these questions. I've been watching some of the other shows. They've been asking this question, you know, about Dak Prescott. Would he cut down on his interception? Would he this? And like you said, no, to his credit, some of those interceptions was not his fault.
Yeah.
You got CeeDee, you know, Lamb, like the picks he threw against Green
That's
Bay,
right.
right
That's
in
right.
the middle. They need to rep that so many times to make him
Right.
a guy. You got to cross the face of the defensive back.
That's
He's
right.
playing deep middle 1/3, and you run behind the free safety
exactly.
in the front. But I question, like in crunch situations, when you played, like we lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars last year on the tip when he hit Noah Brown
Right.
hand, DB catch it. I'm questioning Dak. Why go to that route?
Right.
I'm looking for only maybe Dalton Schultz or CeeDee Lamb, because this is
right.
crunch time.
That's right. That's
so
right.
these are the kind of things I want to go where you're going, and I get it because we see the same talent and the potential in Dak, knowing that he has that. But at the same time,
his decision
you got to show us, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's one thing for us to believe in you and feel like you can get the job done.
Right.
But there comes a time when you got to show.
You got to show me. I agree.
You know, you got to show us.
Right.
And I think
agree.
there's no better time than this year, and I really believe. Now you see the signing with Trey Lance.
That's right.
I think the reason why they got Trey Lance was to really
pushing.
And when you really think about this for a second now. Whenever Dallas was getting the best out of their player, they had another player that was waiting to take that position. That could take that position.
That's right.
Because back in the 90s, we had Troy Aikman, but then they went and got Steve Walsh in the supplemental draft.
I sure did.
You see what I'm saying? And even then they had backup quarterbacks like Rodney Peete and them coming in. You know? And so, so I'm saying you gotta have some competition.
You got to have some competition. You got to know that, man, when you show up for work, your job can be taken, man. If you don't take care of your business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you got to feel that pressure sometimes.
Yeah.
And you're right. I don't think Dak had to feel that pressure. He hadn't had nobody behind him to put that pressure on him.
Right.
So with them bringing that boy in, I said that's letting them know, hey man, look, we cut for you and we think you can do it, but hey, if not,
yeah.
So
they got Cooper Rush still waiting there, in the wing. But they know Cooper's not going to really take them over the top. You're talking about plays like these kind of like these plays where it have to happen like spontaneously.
Right.
Cooper's more one of those guys, kind of like the way Dak
manage
was.
the game.
He's a
game manager. Yeah.
Kind of like when Dak first, when he took over for Romo.
Right.
They called a play in, and all he did was just ran that play.
Right.
Now he's checking out a thing. Now he's doing these things, which is okay. Which is one of the reasons why I did like it during the preseason game when they allowed him to call plays from the sideline.
Right.
Maybe those are kind of situational things that they'll continue to allow him to do going forward.
Right.
But at the same time, we don't need him to do a whole lot, man.
We don't need him to
just
do a whole
don't put us in bad field position.
That's
right. Because our defense gonna carry the day. I believe this
yeah.
year that defense, man, is gonna carry us, man.
Yeah, and the offense got to just do a little bit, score a little bit. Defense win championships.
Right.
But we can't give it away. Like you say in the red zone.
No, we can't give it away, man.
Red zone interception, just throwing the ball to the, that interception with the 49ers in the red zone, man, that play call,
That hurt.
Boy, that hurt.
That hurt.
So
that hurt.
I want to see what the head coach what he gonna do to play. I think he, long as we run the ball and less keep.
Okay. Let me ask you this right quick on that, right? Because you saying long as we run the ball. Cause I was just gonna come to something. Your boy, Lil Deucey. Is he gonna make a difference?
Man, I like Lil Deucey, man. I like Lil Deucey. But my thing is, we know we're gonna miss that blocking of Zeke. Can Lil Deucey block? I don't see him run the ball, but I don't think Pollard a good blocker.
Yeah, on third down, that can be. Hopefully,
I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I know everybody was talking about B. John Robinson coming out of Texas,
right?
But I was really high on the back out of Alabama, my guy.
What's that guy name from Alabama?
The guy out of Alabama, man.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah,
I know
we got drafted by Detroit. I was really, cause I just felt like we needed another slasher.
Yeah, I thought.
But you had a couple of backs out there, man. Dalvin Cook, and who else was in there? We was talking about getting Dalvin Cook at one time, and then even the possibility of bringing a Zeke back. Of course, we know
I was hoping they brought Zeke back.
He signed with the Patriots now, so I just want to, I'm wondering. I want to see what Deuce Vaughn can do.
Right.
But I'm also skeptical because I'm saying, and I hope Pollard stays healthy, remain healthy.
Right.
But if by chance he go down, I kept saying, Jerry, if you really want to make your imprint this year, go get this boy Jonathan Taylor, man.
Yeah, I thought he was
go get Jonathan Taylor out of Indianapolis, man.
Yeah.
Go get Jonathan Taylor, man.
I thought he was gonna go get us a good running back too.
Yeah.
Not just somebody to kind of compensate Pollard. Because the NFL it's a double running back set now. You got your 2 running back games now.
Yeah, you do, man. But we're gonna talk more about that in just a second, man.
Okay.
We'll take another pause for the car. Be right back on the replay.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/therightseat.
Can't believe you're doing this alone. I've done it before. I remember you threw your back out. How you holding up? Hand me that board. Nothing wrong with getting help. I'm good. I did it when Felicia left. I'll figure it out. I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying. If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence? Now you need my help. It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
A black woman, Auntie Flo, receives a FEMA flood watch text alert, then texts her family in a group chat. Anyone see that weather alert? We need a plan to stay safe, especially after last year. Ready has a list of resources at ready.gov/plan. Dad sends a photo of emergency supplies and texts. Looks like we need flashlights and batteries. Brandon replies, I got us covered. Mom texts, I'll check in with Grandma. Maya texts, thanks, Auntie. Stay connected. Plan for natural disasters. Visit ready.gov/plan.
So yeah, man, we're sitting here, we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys and the run game, right? And again, we're talking about the running backs, man, that was out there with Jonathan Taylor, missed out on him. Dalvin Cook missed out on him. We let our guy Ezekiel, man, go, didn't bring him back. And if I had to look at our offense across the board, it may be the one position I'm still a little apprehensive about because, again, I was trying to think of my guy that I was really high on coming out of the 2023 NFL draft, Jamar Gibbs.
From Alabama.
Yeah, from Alabama. Jamar Gibbs, Detroit Lions took him because he's a one-cut runner, man. He see that hole, man. He's off to the races. So if I had any hesitation Offensively, I'm thinking about our run game.
Right.
I'm rooting for Deuce. I think Deuce is going to be like a little Darren Sproles.
Right,
I think eventually. We're talking 17. I don't think he can probably carry that load like that.
No, he
but
can't.
now, if these guys, which I was real surprised, man, they let my man Malik Davis, they cut him, but they brought him back on the practice squad. But I'm saying, well, Malik Davis came in and filled in a little bit last year. But y'all see something this kid Dowdle, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, but I'm saying, I've seen him run hard a few times in preseason.
Right.
But that's preseason.
That's right.
And a lot of times you're not going up against the Horns. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I mean, it's a long season. That's all I'm saying. And for us to let a guy like Jonathan Taylor, man, get away, man, don't take a guy like a Jamar Gibbs. I don't know. I hope that it don't come back to bite us, but that's something we got to think about. So that's why I'm saying, Dak, all we asking you to do is don't put us in bad situations.
Yeah, that's.
You understand? Don't put us in bad situations. You got a defense. Let's play field position.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We led the league in takeaways, and I feel like we're going to even dominate again this year on defense. We do have enough weapons on the outside with the addition of Brandon Cook.
Yeah.
You know, we got, of course, CeeDee Lamb. I think Michael Gallup with another year under his belt. I think he should be fine.
Yeah, he'll be good this year. He's coming off that injury, man. I think he was still kind of battling that last year. Hesitant, but I think this year we'll get 100% Michael Gallup this year for sure.
Yeah, we need him, man. We need him. We need him, man, because I think when you look across the whole entire NFC, just the NFC, you know, people gonna talk about Philadelphia. And here's what gets me with Philly, right? Here's what gets me with Philly. Dak record has a winning record against Philly.
Exactly.
And they keep talking about how the Eagles defeated the Cowboys last year without Dak. They come to our house. Talking about they didn't really have nothing to play for. Every time you put that uniform on, and this is
something to play
NFL, you got something to play for. And we hung 40-some points on when Dak was out there.
Yep.
So where is this big separation or whatever they talking about? I'm trying to still figure that out, you know?
Yeah, it's not a big separation, man. Actually, man, like you said, man, we dominated them, man. We dominated. Even with Cooper Rush, when Cooper Rush played. When we had Cooper Rush, if Cooper Rush don't throw if he settled down,
he got hit on, and the ball kind of floated on that pick.
And they get up on that, man. We win that game.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be all right, man.
Yeah, but I'm just hoping that, like I said, man, when I look across the NFC, of course you got the San Francisco 49ers. You know, is there anybody that surprises you?
Well, man, them Chargers.
Well, I'm just saying.
You're talking about
maybe the Giants.
The Giants.
What about the New Orleans Saints?
I'm not worried about the Saints.
Not the Saints?
I ain't worried about the Saints.
I
ain't worried about the Saints.
But I thought I'd throw that out there.
But what you think, the Redskins, you think they're going to do something? I know their defense.
The Commanders?
The Commanders. Yeah, man. Yeah, the Commanders.
I know how hard it is. The Commanders.
The Commanders. But that defense, man, they still.
Listen, they got one of the best front sevens, man, I think that's in the league. But can you get them to play at the highest level, man, every day with consistency? That's still a challenge. I don't know. I think they can.
But their quarterback situation,
exactly. Their quarterback situation. I think they definitely got some skill at the skill position, wide receiver position. They got some guys, man, that can bring it. So McLaren and I forget the other guy named Callaway. I see some other guys. I think they got some guys, man, that can definitely that can bring it from the skill position. I think running games should be solid, but the quarterback position, I just think we got too much coming off the edges, man. So if we just go through the NFC East, of course we're gonna talk about the Giants.
Right.
I think Coach Dable or Dable, I think they have been prepared each week. So we'll see. I mean, you know, I'm not worried about anything in the West. The Seahawks or the Rams, they saying maybe have revamped a little bit.
You think so?
I don't know, but
we'll see.
Cardinals not too much worried. They won't have their quarterback back.
Yeah, Kyler Murray got to the lead and got south on him. Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's the whole time, kid. What do you mean you said Kyler Murray?
Man, I mean, he just, I don't know, man. He ain't the Allen Kyler Murray seemed like to me, man.
Really?
I mean, boy, that boy was at Alabama. He just, I don't know.
I think his rookie year, he had an excellent rookie year.
He did.
But he hurt his knee. He got to give him a benefit of the doubt.
Let me give a benefit of the doubt.
He hurt his knee. Then you ain't throwing to. You go out there and get a Hopkins, but you let Kirk, who with the A&M, Christian Kirk,
he left.
You know what I'm saying? Hopkins got hurt, so I think I don't know. He's looking to have a bounce back year, man.
Would he make it? Is he gonna play this year?
He got him on PUP. I think I'm start him off on the PUP list.
Okay.
But he's still rehabbing that knee. I think he'll miss the first 4 games of the season.
Okay.
But I just think overall, when you talking about that top tier, I'm looking at us, the Cowboys. I'm looking at San Francisco 49ers, of course, the Philadelphia.
You sure they're gonna be all right? You mentioned them earlier. 49. You think they're gonna be all right, Jabril?
I think they're gonna be all right simply because they got a lot of players, returning also.
Right.
I think their defense. I mean, you got them boys, Greenlaw, and
so they got a lot of their guys coming back.
They got a lot of guys. Now Bosa, he's holding out for more money right now, but you're gonna get Nick Bosa in.
Yeah, they're gonna pay Bosa.
He's a 3-tech. Once you put your hand down on the ground, you gotta do it.
And they got Sanders. They still got Debo. But I was just talking about the quarterback situation, really. You know what?
Well, it's saying Brock. He going with Brock Purdy, man, and that's why he gave up Trey Lance and as far as depth now. If by chance Brock Purdy get knocked out of a game again or the elbow ain't right, he got a surgery, I would love for them to put Sam Darnold in the game.
Right.
Because that's finito. You can wrap that up. You can wrap that up.
You know that.
You can wrap that up. Because look here, man, when he was at, when he was at, I'm trying to remember, he was at USC. They played Ohio State. And I remember watching the game. They played him at AT&T Stadium, and the boy took from Ohio State, literally took about one step out. At least take on your read, take at least 1 or 2 steps back. Boom, then everything open up.
Right.
Say, man, the boy took 1 step back, man, and Sam Darnold he had already released the ball. Ball picked off, gone down the sideline. I said that boy don't know how to read defenses, man.
Right.
Sam Darnold, he don't know how to read defense, and he's been suffering ever since, man.
Right.
So he's the backup quarterback for the 49ers. And Jimmy G, he's already gone.
He gone.
So if by chance Brock Purdy had a out-of-body experience from last year and they put Sam Darnold in there, say, man, we coming, man.
Yeah, we coming.
We coming.
But I mean, hey, but I want everybody to stay healthy. I don't want them to lose nobody because I don't want to say we won off of technicality.
I'm with that.
So
yeah.
I want everybody strong.
I'm like that
because
too.
I really believe this our year.
Yeah, I'm like
this
that
our
too.
year. And Michael, the coach, the head coach, is really gonna get an opportunity. Offensive coordinator when he came, Reggie Bill.
Yeah.
He's
about Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy. Okay. So he get a chance to run his show.
Yeah. Run his show. Kellen Moore,
offense.
Yeah.
He get a chance to run his show like he like to run his show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think he know how to protect Dak. I think he know how to keep Dak out of those situations.
Jess, he pressed a lot of that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some of them, throws wasn't here, but some of them was here. Throws, I think he was pressing a little bit.
And then that defense is making Dak be accountable.
Yeah. Listen, man, I've always said, steel sharpens steel.
That's right.
Right, man, sharpen men. You going up against. Then I don't know what to say.
That's right.
Then maybe we took a chance and we took a risk.
That's
right. It's kind of like what they say. It was kind of like a low risk, high reward kind of thing.
Right.
Low risk, high reward. When they drafted Dak and he came in and filled in for injured Tony Romo, of course he got the big payday or whatever. But if it has ran its course,
I
think that's why Jerry go out and get a guy like a Trey Lance.
That's right.
Because he's the 3rd pick overall in the first round, and you're looking at a guy like that with his size, his potential.
That's right.
So they may say, okay, Dak has taken us as far as he
can take us.
You see what I'm saying?
I think this is year.
But I'm rooting for him.
I'm rooting for him. But this is year. This is it.
Okay, so check this out before we wrap this thing up, man. I gotta ask you this.
Come on.
Ask me this.
Because
the season is already amongst us, and we're here. We're 1 week away. We're getting ready to do this thing for the 23 season. I'm not gonna ask the early predictions for the entire season. I just want to give me a prediction on this Sunday's game coming up with the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants.
New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys. I think it'll be 34-14.
34-14.
34-14.
34-14.
34-14.
All right, hey man, y'all heard this.
4-4 gonna hit last quarter.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Look here, man. 34-14. They playing up in the middle. I'll just say this. I definitely got the Cowboys winning. I think the Giants, man, they've been taking this foot for a long time. Yeah. They may have something to say, but not today.
Not today.
I think I'm gonna say 28-10. 28-10. Cowboys, man, get the win in the opener, man. Season
Let's
opener.
go. Let's do it.
All right. Well, check this out, y'all. Hey, man, appreciate y'all coming in on the replay, man. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share, man. We're gonna be doing this thing every Monday, man, up here at Classic Cuts. Come on out and join if you can, man. We appreciate y'all coming out. Peace. This is the replay.
Replay.
Everybody deserves a second chance.